and go.
Calling all creeps. Calling all creeps. We have another Sons of Screams episode that we are going to get very creepy with you tonight. We're going to try to dial the creepiness down, but we are going to be reviewing. No, we're not going to dial it down. We are going to be reviewing not only The Creep, but the sequel to The Creep. We've got a double feature episode coming up for you today. My name is Colonel Whiteside. I am here beside my co-host Andrew Fay.
Okay,
How are you doing today?
That auto that you just showed, is that Marky D?
That is Marky D.
Is Mark Duplass, Mark Duplass, Mark Duplay is the French would call it.
I think is what Google said.
Duplass. Duplay, the S is silence. Silence?
It doesn't have a tilde over, whatever.
Yeah, those weird little lines and stuff like that. Who knows? I'm just going to call him Marky D. You can call him what you want. I'm calling him Marky D. But, yeah.
So how's your week?
It's been pretty creepy, honestly. Not only because these two movies were first-time watches for me, and they were pretty fucking creepy. I decided to watch some creepy movies for this, too.
Nice.
During the week. I watched Talk to Me. I don't know if you saw that. That came out a few years ago.
I have not seen that one.
Pretty fucking solid and pretty brutal. Like, cause it was an A24 film, and I was just assuming it was a PG-13 movie. It was not a PG-13 movie. It was pretty fucking R. Right. And then the same filmmakers that did that one though, did a movie that just came out this year called Bring Her Back. That movie. Like I've heard that one. Oh my god, that movie is fucking hardcore. Like, yeah. Like when I say hardcore, it's not like it's like brutal gore and like gut stuff. You know, even though there's not that, but I mean, there's visual like shit that makes you cringe, which is enough for me to be interested in the movie. But just this whole storyline of this movie called Bring Her Back, I highly recommend just to see how much if people cringe like I did in this movie. Because this movie had me both cringing and yelling at the screen and fucking flipping off and turning my head away. And it was a movie that got a lot of fucking reactions out of me. So I suggest both Talk to Me and Bring Her Back. I should see because it's the same people that did both those movies. I don't know what their names are, but I know it's two directors. It's like a pair of brothers, maybe.
Gotcha.
But apparently they're kind of an upcoming and original horror. So I do
like original. It doesn't matter if it's horror or not. I like original, and
yeah,
it's very hard to find original anymore.
They bring the fastball on both these movies.
Okay. And well, before I get into the handful of movies that my wife and I have watched this week, aka the producer, you might hear some little booms in the background because people are celebrating our independence, as they should, because it's great being free. Freedom ain't free, folks.
It cost $1.05.
So we actually watched The Heretic last night, which it was a fun watch, interesting.
We'll never do it. Give your rating on Heretic.
I'd give it a solid 7, maybe 7.5. I mean, it was a fun watch.
It was especially this Hugh Grant. I thought Hugh Grant's career was dead, and then he gives us this fucking zinger, and I'm like, okay, welcome back, sir.
I think they call that genre holy horror. It was the dialogue was fun. The interactions between him and the girls were creepy.
I think Hugh Grant needs to stick with horror. I mean, he has been on a resurgence because he was also the Oompa Loompa in the latest Willy Wonka movie. Yeah, that caused a lot of controversy because midgets were like, "Hey, we could have been cast as that, and you hire fucking Hugh Grant? Are you kidding?"
Right.
Which, hey, sorry, midget community or little people community or
right, whatever you prefer to be called these days, because I think it changes.
Yeah,
I don't know if it changes. Like it seems like everybody wants to be called something different every other month. So anyway, we the night before that we watched The Nice Guys with Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling.
I was about to say that's the Ryan Gosling movie. Right? I haven't seen that one.
That was a pretty fun movie. That one was it was a comedy action.
It was a comedy. I was trying to remember. I was about to say it wasn't an action film, and you just kind of answered it.
It's right on that 50-50 line between comedy and action. So when it's that close, I just call it an action comedy.
Fair enough. Kind of like 48 Hours, or maybe that's a bad reference for you. But
you're talking about 127 Hours?
No, 48 Hours with Eddie Murphy and Nick Nolte from the 80s.
Oh, yeah, I don't know that one.
Okay, let me think of a more recent action, like a buddy comedy action, like Bad Boys, Martin Lawrence.
No, because Bad Boys they're partners the whole time, and The Nice Guys, the way they meet is Ryan Gosling's looking for this girl. And
well, will it fall in the same genre is what I'm asking when it's a mixture of action and comedy?
There's probably more comedy in The Nice Guys than there is in Bad Boys.
Fair enough. Okay.
Like it's right on that borderline of being a comedy instead of an action. It's on the borderline of being a comedy with action parts, and it's also on the borderline of it being an action movie with comedy. Like it's hard to explain.
Yeah, I wish you could explain it better.
I know. So it's probably more of along the lines of a comedy movie on the borderline of an action movie, but it's
more on the movie references. Can you compare it to any movies from the past?
Well, I didn't expect to try and have to do that.
I gave you Bad Boys. I gave you 48 Hours, or let me think. How about Men in Black, maybe with Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith kind of going back and forth a little bit, or if we want to do more action than comedy, Shia LaBeouf and Optimus Prime.
So while I think on that, let me introduce you to my random beer of the week. Random beer of the week. Right. I was kind of going back to your little microphone action that you had. So since we're doing the Creep movies this week, I was trying to find something that would be fun, and I found a beer called False Hope Reckoning. Because in the Creep movies, Mark Duplass always gives them a sense of false hope. Thinking that, hey, yeah, you can leave, whatever. I mean, but this movie or this beer, it's Pounder.
And also, can they leave though? Because he's gonna find a way to make sure they don't.
Right. He tells them they can leave. He gives them the false hope of that they can leave, but he's already cut their battery lines or gas lines or like whatever it takes to not let them leave. He's already thought of it all. So this beer, it's a good grief. Hold on, let me look at this. It's a barley wine ale. I don't know if I've had
wine. I like barley wine, but that doesn't mean you really like it. But I like barley wine.
Below barley wine ale, it says coconut, cinnamon, and calamity.
Nice.
Not sure what the calamity is going to be, but it is a 16 fluid ounce can and 11% alcohol.
Well, before you take a drink of that, I'm going to introduce mine too. And then while we're drinking at the same time, I have a topic for us to talk about. But while you open that up, my beer, which apparently I straight up bullface lied to you last week because I thought all my beers that I had left were like 10% over. Apparently I misread this can. This one's only 5.5% alcohol, so that's great.
Maybe you thought it was 15%.
I think maybe I don't know what, but it also kind of goes along with the thing, though, is that villains never die. And if you're watching this and you've already seen the Creep movies, you know the villain doesn't fucking die. Any other one. This is only 5.5%. This is a sour ale. I've had a good lucky streak on IPAs recently on our show.
Yeah,
which is weird because usually I'm an IPA fan, but apparently I am a hipster and I love me some IPAs lately. But this one is a sour ale with Caracara orange, peach, and marshmallow. This could be bad.
I really hope that this does not taste like it smells because it really smells like a milk dad.
Okay. All right, we can both. Swiggy.
Oh. Oh, did you want to toast? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, I took a taste. I got distracted. That's a different taste. I've never tasted a beer that tastes like this before. It's gonna give me a minute. But we'll figure out our fucking beers.
This is a new flavor for me as well.
We have to give a RIP that we learned today. Good old fucking Michael Madsen.
No way! I didn't know that.
You didn't know that? Yeah.
No, I hadn't heard that.
Michael Madsen.
Breaking news.
Yeah, as of July 3rd, it was breaking news while I was at work today. Michael Madsen, who everything that you see in like everything, all the news reports are like he was the guy from all the Quentin Tarantino movies, pretty much. Kill Bill, Pulp Fiction, all them stuff.
Yeah, I recognized him and I recognized the name. He's not somebody that I really know very well.
But he's one of those people that has been in every single. He's like one of those movies that have been one of those faces that have been in a lot of movies, whether it's been major releases or independent shit.
He's like the Danny Trejo.
Yeah, or even a Kevin Durant that just happens to be in all these movies. We just don't give him the recognition he deserves.
Well, we watched Abigail again last night with Kevin Durant. I'm sorry. Not to devolve into a rabbit hole, but go ahead.
No, I'm just talking about Michael Madsen because when I first saw that he died, the movies that they were referencing him to as Quentin Tarantino movies. The first movie I thought it was Free Willy. He was the dead Free Willy. He was also in Sin City, and he's one of those actors. He did a lot of fucking indie horror films and stuff like that over the years.
Yeah,
he was definitely an actor. And then his sister Virginia Madsen was the girl from Candyman.
Yeah, I know Virginia Madsen very well.
Yeah, and she gave a big old heartfelt release about her brother today too.
Is she younger or older?
I think she's younger. I'm not sure. Okay. So this is the very first that you heard that Michael Madsen died?
Yes, this is breaking news to me.
Oh, I thought you already knew before we went in. Maybe I should have told you before we started hitting record. Yeah, Michael Madsen died today.
Oh no!
Initial reaction though, like I wasn't expecting. He died at the age of 67.
Well, and usually I hear about these things, but I just have not been.
I know in past RIPs that we've done, you usually already know.
Right, and like I just had not heard about it at all. So here we are.
Yeah. Is there any movies that you maybe pop up in your head from Michael Madsen?
No.
Even if it's one that we talked about, not even like you're not a Quentin Tarantino fan, are you?
I watch them. I
am not. I think Quentin Tarantino is the most overrated actor of all time. When it comes to good actors.
You mean director?
Or directors. Yeah, damn it. I've had some beers too. Directors. Damn it, I thought I was on one. I thought I was on a biscuit there for a minute.
You were on a biscuit, but you needed to be on a...
I was saying the wrong words. I was saying the wrong fucking words.
You were on a biscuit, but you needed to be on a bagel.
Anyways, fuck Quentin Tarantino. He's overrated as shit.
Well, sorry.
He's as good as... But Michael Madsen himself, though, he's done many different roles that...
Right, and the problem is he seems to be one of those guys that's always a co-star, never a star. So I can't pinpoint one movie that he jumps out to me in.
It's literally going to be you're going to be watching movies and you're like, hey, there he is.
Right. Just like with Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
I mean, one of those guys that you don't realize is in all these movies until you start paying attention to that person, and then you start seeing them in everything.
Yeah. He just came out with a brand new movie last year. It was on my list of new releases for 2024. It was a horror movie that involved like the Universal monsters. It was very, very bad, but he was the only thing that made it watchable because he was that good of an actor.
You had a new release list in 24 watches. I'm kidding.
101 of them. I watched 101 of them last year, which sucked. That's what I'm not doing this year. I'm only up to 26 on new releases this year, and it's July. So,
but I think you're about the same point you were last year, and you went on a tear there at the end of the year.
I know, and it was miserable because they weren't good movies. They weren't.
So, this beer honestly tastes like a Milk Dad's with coconut.
There was also a Star Wars character that died this morning too. Not a main one.
Wilro Hood.
It was the Imperial General. I want to say you're much bigger nerd Star Wars than I. But the Imperial General to where he fucked up, so then Darth Vader took him out.
Are you talking about the Grand Inquisitor?
Maybe.
Was it in a movie like a movie?
It was in A New Hope. I want to say he fucked up, so then Darth Vader. No,
Grand Moff Tarkin.
Yeah, I would know Grand Moff Tarkin. R.I.P. Love that guy.
I'm talking about Admiral Piet.
I don't know. Like even the announcement of his death, it was he was a general for Darth Vader.
Was it the guy that he choked through the across the screens or whatever?
Yeah, because he fucked up. Like he failed, so then he got choked out and.
Right. So I
got
believe that was
86th.
Either Admiral Piet or that was who Admiral Piet took over for.
One of those two died today.
Okay.
One of those two died today. R.I.P. to whichever one that was.
R.I.P. to no longer being able to withstand the Darth Vader chokehold across
the. This RIP segment went to RIP Michael Madsen to just that guy that got choked.
It happens. So, the other movie that I've watched recently, or that we watched recently, was Smile 2.
I haven't watched Smile 2 yet.
Well, what I will tell you is about the last 20 minutes or so of the movie, I'm not really sure what was going on.
You realize the star of Smile 2 was one of the Power Rangers in the new Power Rangers movie? She was the Pink Ranger, I think.
When you say the new Power Rangers movie, do you mean the one that came out with
the one that just came out? Yeah, with Elizabeth Banks as Rita.
Okay,
yeah, that one.
Rita Repulsa.
Yeah.
Do you believe in the Power Rangers curse?
What's the Power Ranger curse?
A lot of them kill themselves.
Well, Srini died in a car accident. Jason David Frank's the only one that killed himself.
No, there was a lot of them that killed themselves. Like we watched an episode, like there's a true belief that there's a Power Rangers curse out there. Like if you go play a Ranger, that you.
Well, the only one I grew up on was the Green Ranger was the one that killed himself.
Yeah, but that just happened.
Couple years ago.
Yeah.
I didn't know people beyond the Power Ranger days, beyond my Power Ranger days.
Yeah, so like
I know Serena Vincent, she's fine. She's naked in Cabin Fever.
So we watched a little docu-series, and the Power Rangers curse was one of the episodes. Like I did not realize there's like 20 generations of Rangers, and the Green Ranger is like the only one that transverses them all.
Right.
Like he just kept doing it because he just embraced it, and Anyway, let's go to a happier note.
Before we dive into the creep movies, do you this is randomly just a question I thought of in my head, so I have to kind of think about it myself. But is there any actors or any performances in movies to where they were just super creepy? Like you saw an actor in a movie that was that literally creeped you out. Like, oh, this is creepy. Like this guy is creeping me the fuck out. An obvious one for me would be The Shining. Jack Nicholson was very fucking creepy in that one, but I'm trying to think of like more obscure, creepy people.
That's a tough question.
One for me that kind of goes with Mark Duplass on this first movie, because I think Mark Duplass didn't really give off the feel of can you tell if he is actually crazy or not?
Right.
Like you never question it. You immediately know he's crazy.
You're going with John Travolta, aren't you?
No, not John Travolta and Fan or whatever. Yeah,
The Fanatic.
No,
yeah.
I'm going the Fanatic. Yeah, I'm going with John Goodman in 10 Cloverfield Lane.
See, I haven't seen that movie. We just bought it recently, but I haven't seen it yet.
While I was watching the movie, I'm sitting there trying to figure out, man. I'm like, is this guy batshit crazy or is he telling the truth? And you can't tell because of how good of a performance John Goodman gives in that. So good. I think Mark Duplass immediately in Creep, the first Creep, he's instantly giving off creep vibes. You automatically know he's
it's Tubby time.
Yeah, the Tubby time shit, and he's fucking. And when he gives the dude a hug when they're meeting, I'm like, okay, that's an instant fucking creep right there. Not saying that Mark Duplass gave a fucking bad performance, but I think he should have acted more into trying to make us figure out is he bad or is he making sense?
Okay.
So that'd be John Goodman in 10 Cloverfield Lane, or our boy Bill Skarsgård in Barbarian. At the
other movies that I have not seen.
Son of a bitch. So then I won't reveal it, but during Barbarian, you're sitting there wondering, is Bill Skarsgård a fucking psychopath, or what is he saying is true? I love those type of performances where you sit there and question the character. Like, wait, are you psycho, or should I believe you? Or like, if you're going to be in that position of the person that they're with, like, do I believe this guy?
In the vein of
do I run?
That makes me think of Mel Gibson and Conspiracy Theory.
See, I can't remember that movie. But you see what I'm saying, though? Like, you can't tell if they're psychopaths.
So Mel Gibson in Conspiracy Theory is a taxi driver, and he's just like, he's a conspiracy theorist and all this, and like he's going off, and everybody just writes him off as a conspiracy theorist. But by the end of the movie, all the shit he was saying was coming true, and he was the guy that everybody was going to try and figure out what's going on.
I love performances like that. And then when you were watching the movie, did you like sit there and go, "Man, is he being honest or is he psycho?" Like, I love those things where I'm sitting there questioning just one character in the movie. Is he gonna kill everybody, or is he actually honestly trying to protect these people? I love those kind of performances. And I think Mark Duplass could have gave that kind of performance, but maybe that wasn't what was called for in this movie.
Well, the title says
I know, and the title gives away. And so I think he did exactly what he was directed to do and wanted to do. Just made my personal preference. I love it when I have the whole, is this guy really crazy or should we trust him? Type of situation. Oh, that tough situation. Like, I always try to put myself in the shoes of these people that get held captive or whatever. And they have to make a decision. Do I trust this guy? Like, I promise you if you do this, like in the Creep movies, I promise you if you do this, you get to go off scot-free or whatever. Do you trust him? Do you believe him? I'm pretty sure I'd just be dead no matter what if I fell into one of these situations.
Yeah, I'd be one of the tapes.
Yeah, because
I'm too trusting.
I would be too. They'd be very too convincing on some of their shit, and just I don't know. So hopefully I never get in that situation. Otherwise, bye, Colonel. I am dead. Because Mark Duplassy fucking just killed me.
All right. Well, before we get into the ratings or to the movies,
yes, rating the beers.
This false hope gave me false hope by telling me there was coconut and cinnamon. It was pretty right with Calamity because it was not great.
Didn't like it, huh? Okay.
It literally tasted like a Milk Duds with coconut, which helped the flavor. But
so it's not dumpster fire.
It's not a dumpster fire. But it does get a 1. Wait, I can give it a. I can give it a 0.5. I can give it a 0.5.
Yeah, yeah, because that's still above the dumpster fire.
It gets a 0.5.
Wow, didn't like that one.
I did not.
Well, my villains never die. It's pretty sweet, pretty tasty. Like I haven't cringed a single time I've taken a drink, so I'll give it a solid 3.5.
All right,
3.5.
Because villains never die.
They never die. Ask Marky D. They don't die.
That's Jason or Michael.
Or Bill Skarsgård.
Right? Okay.
Anyways, before we jump into this, I want to
pause it for a minute?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Guess what? Guess what, folks? We'll be right back.
And we are back.
We are back. And guess what? It's synopsis time.
Okay.
The first movie we're going to review is titled Creep, made in 2014. Directed by Patrick Brice. Written by Patrick Brice and Mark Duplass. Starring Mark Duplass, Patrick Brice, and Katie Asselton? I don't know. A young
was there a third person in the first movie? There's only 2 fucking people in the first movie. Who was the third one?
I agree.
I don't fucking chick on the
first
movie.
So she must have been the sister of Mark Duplass.
That was on the phone for like 3 seconds. Yeah.
So
there's 3 people in this fucking movie.
Right. The director, the 2 writers, and a friend probably.
Yeah, over the phone. But we only see all 2 people in this whole movie, which are not great.
So,
and why it costs as much as it did, I don't know, because me and you literally could have done that on our fucking phones and done the same fucking movie. But
all right, so a young videographer enters an online ad for a one-day job in a remote town to record the last messages of a dying man. When he notices the odd man's behavior, he starts to question his intentions. Dun dun dun.
I love it says that when he notices. Why did he not notice right off the bat?
How are there not nothing but red flags when it's kind of a red flag whenever you first meet him and he comes in, oh, we're gonna hug a lot today. Okay.
That's like the red flag is up but not quite up.
That's like
when the red flag goes all the way up is when he invites him into the bathtub
for tubby time.
Yeah. It's like, nah, I know he's desperate for money, but I'd be like, I'm done. Like, and Duplass already gave him his money, and he told him he can leave anytime he
wants. Yep.
Anytime he wants to, with no repercussions, he can go and take the money and run. Yep. Take the money and run.
Right.
Which would be the logical thing. But since it's a movie, we're not going to go logical. We're going to do stupid decisions.
So this is your first watch, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is my second. This was my second watch. Like I loved the movies first time I watched them. Loved them a lot.
I went in 100% blind. The only thing I knew was Marky D was, creepy, and I knew he had a wolf mask named Peach Fuzz.
Peach Fuzz.
Just because the horror community is like, Peach Fuzz. When they see the mask, I'm like, what the fuck? Why is he called Peach Fuzz?
I don't think we ever really figure out why he's called Peach Fuzz, but
no, they never explained that.
But so for me, the first what I'd call real red flag in this first movie was whenever they're walking towards that love spring or whatever, and he's like, so I got a question for you. When you first saw that axe, was there a little spot in your brain that thought that I was gonna kill you with it? Talk about a little foreshadowing. I was like, okay, well that's a red flag. First off, out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. And if he hadn't had enough red flags, the second where he goes, I don't know where we are. We don't know how to get back. Like we're just out in the middle of nowhere.
Yep.
I'm like, the second we find our way back,
peace.
Deuces. If I already want to fucking chuck the deuces before then, that was like, okay, we made our way back.
Yep.
Nice knowing you. I don't need the money that bad, but I'm still gonna pocket some money. I'm gonna jump in my car and I'm gonna get the fuck out.
What I'll say about this movie though is like he dangled just enough in front of Patrick Brice's character to think, okay, maybe like, okay, I'll hang out.
I was about to say that too. There is still enough to where maybe somebody that has the curiosity is going to stick around.
That first, and I think he kept paying him more money, or was that in this?
Yeah, that's the first one. That was the first.
Okay,
one.
So like he kept paying him more to hang around, and like he kept dangling just enough in front of him, like to make him be
to entice him,
curious enough to stick around. Okay, I'll stick around for a little longer.
And I mean, and this first one was pretty bare bones. We're watching this guy hang out with this guy, and you don't know when he's going to go fucking turn left field and go all fucking crazy and stuff like that. But my question is on this first one, it was very jump scare heavy. Where did any of the jump scares actually get you at all?
Not really. Like the closest one was whenever he was going out and looking for, they were out in the wilderness, and he was going out and looking for like Mark Duplass would run off, and he was trying to find him, and he jumped down like, ah!
That's my thing with
this. I was like, oh fuck.
That's my thing with this movie, is because jump scares. It's so easy to give me a jump scare. And that's why I hate jump scares, because I jump every time there's a fucking jump scare. I'm like, oh, shit. That's why I don't like jump scare movies. I like more suspenseful horror films and stuff like that.
Thrillers.
But with this one, but with this one, though, the jump scares, though, they didn't get me, like, at all. Like, I knew exactly when they were going to happen.
Because you expected
except for the very fucking end. The very fucking end is what made me jump. Well, we just got done watching the video of him doing the X on Aaron. And we're watching the video, and then he runs in front of the camera, and then while he screams, and they switch over to the other guy, and he screams. So I had a double jump scare. I was like, damn it, no. No, it was the very end of the movie. And I was watching these movies back to back. I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch the next movie, because that fucking made me put my pants a little bit. I was like, I don't want to watch anymore.
So what do you think was the easiest thing? So, like I said, there was a bunch of things he dangled out in front of him to get him to hang around a little bit. What would have been the easiest time for you to leave in that situation?
If I'm like being gullible like this guy was and hanging out with him, second I lost my keys and learned that he had my fucking keys. Is the second I'm at. And like the dude that is not the creeper fucking drugged him because he knew that the guy had his fucking keys.
Right. See, like for me, it was whenever he was showing the video of when the guy first got there, showing the video of him recording him as he's going up to knock on the door.
That's true. That for
me was when I would be like, all right, we're done here.
That's true. Now, let's say, okay, because dude does escape and he goes back home, but now he's getting random DVDs.
Right.
Are you watching these DVDs as you're getting them? Like, are you curious enough to watch these series of DVDs?
I'm curious.
I think I'd watch the first one, but then after the first one, I'm like, no.
After the first one, I just leave them as they sit, and I put some new locking mechanisms on my.
The curiosity is going to get you though when you get a new DVD. You're like, God damn it, I really want to watch what's on this.
Yep.
But then I also know that I'm just going down a rabbit hole that could end to my ultimate fucking death.
Right. I guarantee you, I never would have gone to that public place. And I guarantee you, he saw the shadow of him walking up. He had to have.
That was the part that pissed me off the most. Is at the end where he's just sitting on the fucking bench and never turns around.
Well, he does.
Like, I know you're in an open
he's all creeped out and like turns around and like looks around, and then he doesn't, and just stays.
And then he just sits there.
Yeah.
For the longest time, while DeBlas is right behind him, pulling out the mask, puts it on. But the whole time, if I'm waiting for somebody that has me on edge, I'm not gonna just be like, okay, he's not behind me now.
Right.
I'm gonna be looking around the whole fucking time. My head's gonna be on a swivel like a motherfucker, like bobblehead swivel on a spring.
Oh yeah.
Where are they coming from?
If
I ever put myself into that position,
while the ending was kind of fun, it was not realistic. I don't think.
Right.
A lot of this movie was what you could put in the realm of realistic. The end of the movie was not.
I think this first movie was just experimental to try to creep people out, and it worked.
It did.
That's why we ended up getting the sequel that we're about to talk about.
The TV show.
And a fucking TV show that has got renewed for a second season. So yeah, like a lot of red flags, a lot of illogical responses and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, let's go ahead and rate the first one here.
Right. So I'll let you go first.
Well, this first one, like I said, I went in pretty fucking blind, which is crazy because this movie came out in 2014. You'd think I would have known a lot about it. The only thing I knew is about Peach Fuzz, the fucking werewolf mask, and that the Marketplace was creepy in this fucking thing. That's all I really wanted, but I didn't know like what kind of creepy he was because there's different varieties.
There's different levels of creeps.
And right out the bat, I'm like, he's immediately creepy. I want to hug you, and I'm gonna film you in the bathtub while you're doing tubby time with an imaginary fucking baby that I know you're lying about. Yeah, fucking weirdo. And then I'd be drugging him too, so I can get my keys back, and then I'm fucking bouncing the fuck out.
Yep.
But besides what I would do, the movie itself, it did have me on edge. It kept me intrigued. It kept me hooked in, which is hard to do these days to when you're sitting in your room and you just want to pick up your phone and see what's going on in the world or whatever.
Right.
This one had me hooked in. And I was very entertained by Marky D's performance. Now I wasn't sure where he was going at for the ending of this. I wasn't sure he's going to kill the guy at the end.
Right.
Spoiler, he did. But then the one jump scare that got me was at the very end he screamed at the camera, and then he returned and he screams at the camera again. I'm like, fuck both of you. You're the same fucking guy. But for a good, short, straight to the point kind of creepy film, I'll give this a solid 6. This is a solid 6 for me.
Funny story. I already put 6 in for you because I felt like
I knew
you were going. So
you predicted my.
I did.
No,
I did.
Okay. What do you give it?
So, for me, this movie, the first time I watched it, both Creep. I don't think Creep 2 was quite out yet. I want to say it was around.
So you're a little late on checking this out.
I want to say it was around the 2016 time frame. First time I watched it.
Oh wow!
Because Creep 2 wasn't out yet, and it was before all that COVID shit. So
you were checking out popular horror before I even fucking did. Well, Steve, Bella.
It was because it was Mark Duplass, though, or Mark Duplass, whatever.
Marky D.
I loved him in the league. I was like, oh, we got a horror movie. Is when I was just checking out.
I didn't expect him to be this creepy, knowing his past works. Like he was strictly a comedic actor. So.
For me, this movie was an hour and 20 minutes long ish.
Yeah, right around the hour 20-minute mark.
And I felt like I'd watched a 2-hour movie. Like it felt to me.
Did it feel that long to you?
It felt very long to me. So I'm
short as fuck.
So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay. I mean, I think I'm like I didn't know how long the movie was when I started it the first time, and I'm like, man, this is going, man. But that's the thing. You've got the flow of the movie. I felt was right. It just felt like it was longer.
All right.
So like when I was like the first time I watched this movie, I loved it to death. And I like there's just everything about it was feeding into what I was watching at the time. Like I was like, man, this is awesome. At the end of the day, this movie gets a 7 from me because like there was a lot of fun stuff in this movie. I loved Mark Duplass. I loved watching him in his horror debut, I think is what we'll call it.
Mm-hmm.
There was just a lot of fun stuff about it.
And I love how it concluded to where you could tell they didn't plan on a sequel. It just concluded like that would have been a happy ending. We're done. They didn't know how successful it's going to be.
And it ended up being very successful.
Ended up being successful. Leading to part 2.
Leading into the part 2 of Creep. A video artist looking for work drives to a remote house in the forest to meet a man claiming to be a serial killer. But after agreeing to spend the day with him, she soon realizes that she made a deadly mistake.
So that's a general synopsis. Basically, it went from a videographer to a YouTuber trying to get some cool ass videos for a YouTube channel.
It was a YouTuber doing her channel of like trying to like she would go do this weird shit with weird people. Didn't realize she was going to a serial killer.
Right. But even when she learned that he's a serial killer, even though she didn't really believe it right away, she just stuck around.
I think she thought that he was not right in the head, and so she kept thinking that, hey, you know, he thinks he is, but he's really not.
Mm-hmm. But the further we got into it, she's like, "Well, this is for my content." Like, I do love the scenes where she's talking to the camera herself. She's like, "Do I just go ahead and leave, or do I stick around and create art for my fucking YouTube fucking channel?" And that's gonna possibly make her.
In the minute that he tells her that, like her YouTube channel, and was like, "Yeah, I've been watching this," that's when you leave.
That was a nice reveal too. He's like, "I've been watching your shit the whole fucking time." But let's talk about right off the bat what fucking tripped me out. Penis.
So Mark Duplass is hung like a horse.
That pissed me the fuck off. Okay. Because he's a smaller guy than I am. Because I've seen him in person, I realize he's even a little shorter than me.
Well,
when I first pushed play on Creep 2, Netflix
I don't know
the whole.
I don't know if it's a prosthetic or not, but it was a massive wiener.
Apparently, it's not a prosthetic.
Did you research it? Did you research it?
Mm-hmm. That's how I know that Mark Wahlberg's penis wasn't real in Boogie Nights. Because I researched penis sizes. But anyways, when I push
you
play,
wonder why people think you're gay.
I don't wonder why. I know why they fucking think. But But I pushed play on Creep 2 because it's on Netflix. Also, it's not exclusive.
Oh, I didn't know it was on Netflix.
Yeah, both 1 and 2 are on Netflix. That's where I watched it.
Nice.
Part 2, but when you push play on a movie, they give you why it's rated, what it is.
Yeah.
And it said nudity. I'm like, ooh, is there a female in this one?
There
Fingers
is.
crossed there's a female in this one. And then right off the bat, I'm like, oh, we're going to get to see the female naked. And she's a cutie pie. She's a cutie pie. Right up my alley. Purple hair, small titties. Right up my fucking alley.
Yep.
But then, first 5-10 minutes in the movie and they congregate. He all of a sudden shows up on a towel. I'm like, oh my God, don't tell me this is going to be the nudity that they're talking about. And I was thinking like a flash of the dick. No, like I didn't time it, but it was a good 30 seconds to a minute of Marky D standing there.
I was going to say 20 to 30 seconds.
Felt like an eternity. So I'm like, there's the dick. There's the dick. I can't hear the dialogue because all I can see is the dick. The dick.
All he wanted to talk about was like, we just got to get it all out there.
Right. And all I could think about is like, if he's flaccid right there, I have a very tiny fucking pecker. Compared. Surely he got fluffed before that fucking scene.
Probably.
He had to have been. God, please tell me that he was fluffed for that. Because he's at virtually the same size as me. And if he's going to be like that as flaccid, go fuck yourself, Marky D. And I had enough time to fucking measure the goddamn dick because it was sitting right there for a long fucking time.
So I'll be honest with you. The first, like, I guarantee you, I remember that I watched the whole movie, the whole second movie when it first came out. I do not remember that scene when my wife and I were watching it. And
how do you not remember that?
Well, he was like, oh, I forgot about this part. And then he just kept standing there, and he kept standing there like, did I block this from memory? What's like I don't remember.
His dick was a car wreck to me. Like I just kept staring at it like a dart, like a fucking car wreck. Or I'm like, I want to look away, but I can't stop fucking looking.
You had an opportunity last year at Frightmare to again get a third dick signed, to where you could have.
I did. Dick. I didn't know he exposed himself or like that. Otherwise, I would have had a fucking dick signed. And that would have been a fucking interesting interaction. I 100% would have brought a dildo and had him fucking talk.
Would you?
I would have found the most flaccid fucking dildo.
Would you have found a different way to have it signed? Like, would you have had it like? Would you put a coat or something on it? Would you like? I think the paint pen still would have soaked in.
I would have bought a whole new dildo that's like smaller and more flaccid. And
well, right, but like, would you have coated it with something to make sure that the?
Oh yeah, just so it stayed on. I'm like, good luck signing your whole name, Mark Duplass. Because it's like, God damn. So I was like, all right, well, but then like we got to see each other naked, and then she's like, my turn. I'm like, oh, sweet, okay, well, at least we can see her naked. Unfortunately, Marky D discovers the fucking zoom button on the goddamn camera,
and you don't ever see her.
So the second she drops the pants, now you get to see a split second of her titties. But I'm too distracted by her hairy fucking armpits.
I forgot. Like, I turned to my wife after it went away. I was like, did she have hairy armpits?
Oh, she had hairy armpits. Oh, that's part of the slate. I'm going to go ahead and bust through.
Oh, yeah, we haven't done the slate yet. Let's do the slate.
Yeah. That's part of the fucking slate. So, episode 21. It's take 39 because he has 39 videos. The role is roll the fuck out. Because this guy is fucking crazy, is what I wrote. The date is ROTLD Day, which is Return of the Living Dead Day, which is July 3rd. Little clue right.
for those that don't get that. That's the day we're recording.
Yeah, it's recording. The sound is grr because it growls a lot in both these fucking movies. Yeah. Production company is Peach Fuzz Productions. And then I went director is Aaron Joseph because it combines those two names, like because he was Joseph in the first movie, and Aaron is the guy they killed, and then he was Aaron in the second movie.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then the cameraman, that's where it leads up to her Harry Pitts. I named her Sarah Pitts because her fucking hairy armpits. So yeah, back to that fucking nudity scene to where I was like, I'm about to see her naked. We get to see a split second of her fucking flat titties, and then we see her fucking hairy armpits. So I'm like, that was a big old turn off. Like I was getting excited. I'm like, okay, you just Markiplier just made my dick want to go bury in like a groundhog. But we're about to see Sarah, and then he keeps zooming in and zooming in. We get a little picture perfect of like a split second titties and hairy armpits. I'm like, this is the worst nudity in the history of fucking horror movies. Hands down. Like, are you kidding me?
So what was there a scene in this movie that would have told you to run?
Well, the way, because she was a fucking like curveball in this movie. She was hard to figure out herself.
Mm-hmm.
Because she had like we were talking about red flags. She had red neon lights going blah blah blah. But then I was like, maybe she's a little crazy herself. Maybe she is falling for this fucking guy.
Right? Maybe she wants.
He was sitting in the hot tub, and she had every chance to just fucking dip.
And he told her to leave, take her money, and leave.
He was like, "Yeah, this is gonna be different. You better leave now." No, she gets in the hot tub and fucking starts stroking his fucking shoulders and his neck and stuff. I'm like, "Bitch, you're just as crazy as him."
Well, and then there was one point where she mentioned to him that he was like, "No, I already said I'm not going to kill you. Just go." And she was like, "No, you said you wouldn't kill me for the first 24 hours."
I know. She even said, "Hey, now you get to kill me." I'm like, bitch, oh my god. You're cute as fuck, but you have hairy armpits, which is the biggest turnoff in the world for me. And then you're just like egging it on. You're just wanting to get murdered.
Right.
And then fast forward to the ending. He's stabbing himself.
Right.
Now it's her turn.
Like we can just kill each other. We can kill ourselves and call it a day.
He's going along with it. She could have fucking dipped out. When she finally did, he caught up to her.
Right.
Oh, God damn
it's
it.
Like
you dumb bitch.
When he started
I'm cheering for her.
Is when she freaked out. She was like, "Oh my God, he is for real about this."
The crazy thing is, I'm cheering for him. Like, okay, I get, curiosity, but also curiosity killed the cat. And she was just digging too deep into it. But I've also just been supporting her through the whole thing to where out of the two movies, this is the one movie that actually had me like talking to the screen. And that was at the end where she got stabbed, she got dragged to the hole, and he's talking to the camera. I was pissed. Like, God damn it, this stupid bitch fucking got murdered. I'm like, I'm pissed. And then I see her crying out the hole. I'm like, oh, bitch.
Here we go.
But she was so fucking slow about it. I can get that she's wounded, so it's going to take a little bit. But she was sitting there holding this shovel. I'm like, pick it up and smack him. God damn it, bitch. Right. I'm like, literally out of the screen. To where my mom was like, are you okay? I'm like, I'm fine. I just want this fucking bitch to fucking smack him upside the head.
So for me, I felt like, I mean, we already established that they didn't expect the first one to do anything other than just be their one and done thing. Mm-hmm. But whenever it got big, they made a second one. I feel like the first and second movie should have been a single movie.
Yeah, and I think they could combine those first two movies and still made it about an hour, half hour and 45 around there.
Agreed. It could have been around that hour 36 mark. Because there was a lot of stuff there was a lot of fluff they could have cut out in both.
Like the first half could have been Aaron, and the second half is Sarah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you could have had
I completely agree with that.
A little 2-minute transition between the two.
No more character development. Maybe you involve the fucking sister/wife or whatever that fucked on the first one. Get her a little more involved,
Right.
They definitely could have built off it, but I also get that this was just like off of a whim. They're like, let's see what happens, and they built this fucking
right
series. And they better do a third one. They better fucking do a third movie. I swear to God.
Well, with the tapes, I don't know if they'll do a third. Well, I mean, they could. I don't see why they wouldn't, because they've left it open to be a third movie.
Right.
I don't think I'm gonna die today. I remember where I was going, but we'll be fine.
Yeah, I don't remember where we were going either, but I'm surprised that we both agree that these two movies could have been combined into one.
And they
but then again, that first movie
years.
though was just an experimental thing. Like it was just.
So, unfortunately, they came out 3 years apart, so like it was literally a feeling out period with the first one, and then the second one they made.
I love how they connected the two together with the necklace. He was given the necklace, and he's like, "Sorry, that was some other person in there." But
I don't know if they'll come out with a third one, but they could, because they did leave it open, and they have renewed the Creep Tapes, which was a spinoff of this series. Mm-hmm. They've renewed it for a second season, so maybe they decide to go ahead and write a third one.
I did a deep dive after watching Creep 2.
Yeah.
And then I learned, like, I didn't watch the Creep tapes, but I learned that it wasn't the conclusion of what we saw in Creep 2. I was like, okay, well, they better give me a fucking conclusion then. Both Mark and Bryce they plan on doing it. Nothing has been confirmed yet, but they want to make sure it is a proper either conclusion or continuation of what they did. Because the way part 2 ended, I'm all about. I'm excited. Like, it turns out she fucking got away, and now he's on the subway with her, and he whistles at her, and she looks, and then that's the end of the movie.
And they connect, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'd be like, this movie would get such a high rating if I knew there's going to be a fucking conclusion. Kind of like along the lines of the Child's Play remake for you. You would have given it a much higher rating if you knew that there was going to be a follow-up to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you knew there was going to be a conclusion to it, you'd be okay. That's why I'm kind of a little angry right now, because maybe I've been ignoring the Creep franchise until it's completely done, and then I can just sit and binge watch it.
Like I do with now you get to be like me and wait, and just wait.
Bullshit. Because I want to know.
I'm not a bullshit artist, and I will tell you right now, you would probably enjoy at least the first 4 episodes of the Creep tapes. Episodes 5 and 6 were...
So they're all... But Mark is in all of them, right?
Yes, he's in all of them.
Since they're in his tapes.
So, like... And they're only, like, 20-minute watches per episode. So, like, the 5th and 6th one felt like they were trying to... And the
series can go on for 39 episodes, because we know he has 39 tapes. So that's how long it could go.
What I will tell you...
Fuck that. I'd rather have a conclusion to Creep 2. I'm really curious about the conclusion of Creep 2.
Right. That was interesting. Like, it's exciting. Mm-hmm. I want to see that. So let's lead that into your review of this movie.
Well, like I said, when she crawled out of the fucking hole there at the end, and she was just holding the shovel, that's when I got very vocal to her mom, even had to make sure I was okay. Because it's like, just fucking hit him already. What are you doing, bitch? Like, as much as Sarah pissed me off, I was the biggest fan of hers out of both movies.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. Maybe it's because she was cute or something. But I think it's because
fine.
That, and I just think because she was aware of what was going on, unlike the guy in the first one, Paul, I think was his name, or
FYI, I've hit the number I think you're gonna put this movie at. Let's see if I'm right. Go.
Okay. But what was the dude's name in the first one? Aaron. So now he's Aaron in this one and stuff like that. She I don't know, as stupid as she was, I was still very fully supportive of her. Like, I got invested into this character. And that was the only character I got invested in with, and all 3 of the characters that we got to know in these movies. Literally. Like,
yeah.
We didn't get to know the sister / wife / whatever the fuck
Right.
that fucking called. So
Wait, am I in danger right now?
she was, I really wanted her to escape alive, and when she crawled out of the hole, I was super stoked. And then the movie itself, I think it was more creepy than the first one was. There was less jump scares, which was okay with me because the jump scares in the first one didn't land for me.
Yeah.
The only jump scare that landed for me in Creep 2 was him going in the shower, and she had the fucking Jim Carrey tape on her face.
Right. When it was her scaring the fuck out of him. Yeah.
Like, I was getting excited. I'm like, oh, we're about to see her naked. And all of a sudden, blah! I was like, oh, shit, bitch. You got me. You and your hairy armpits. But yeah, and then at the very end of this one though, and we see her walking down the street. I'm like, wait, this is all POV things. So that means he's filming her walking down the street of New York or whatever big city that she's walking down.
Which means there's a conclusion that needs to happen.
There's a conclusion that happened because he's sitting there filming her while she's in the subway. And the very end of it, I love the little whistle.
When he's whistling,
yeah. Whistle. Yeah, when he gives that signature whistle, and she looks over, and that's when credits roll. I'm like, God damn it, we need a third one. I need to see the conclusion of this.
I feel like that means that there has to be a third one because
there has to be.
It's not
expensive.
It's not his tape if there's not a conclusion to it, right?
He has her camera. Right?
I think so. Because she had a lot of... No, he has to because all the clips that were there was from her camera.
Her camera.
Yeah.
God damn it, we need a third one. And it needs to be about 2 hours long to explain everything from the first two. I'm sorry. They did. And from my understanding, the reason why there hasn't been plans of a third one yet is because they just really want to make sure it's right and that it's good. It's not because they haven't been greenlit.
They have to write
They're greenlit for it because it's not a very expensive movie for them to make unless they want to go full-fledged New York. But I don't see them doing that. And they don't need to do that. They can explain it after that.
Because if they do that, it's not going to feel the same. It's going to
feel like with this ending, it's going to affect my overall rating for Creep 2. If I know there's going to be a Creep 3, then my rating will be higher than what I'm going to give it.
Okay.
But since you have a prediction of what my rating's going to be, you have to give your rating first on Creep 2.
All right. Well, my prediction for Creep 2, or I'm sorry, my rating on Creep 2 is right on par with Creep 1. Like, I loved the movie. There was a lot of fun stuff with it. It is literally another 7 for me.
You think both of these are the same for you?
Yeah,
they're both 7s. They
like
both affect the same.
If I had to pick one over the other, Creep 2 would be my Creep 2 would be my 7.1 over my 7. But they are both right at the 7 mark for me. Like, they were both fun watches. I enjoyed them. I won't have trouble watching them again, but they will also not be first up on my list to watch if I've got a list of 20 movies in front of me. If that makes sense.
Yeah. No, yeah, it makes sense because we're brothers. Because if I know there's going to be a fucking Creep 3, I'd give it an 8. But since I'm not sure and they might leave me hanging, I'm only going to give it a 7. Which is great.
Do you want me to show you the picture of what I fucking wrote down for you earlier?
Oh, I believe you. I believe you. You said 7, huh?
I did.
You predicted that Creep 2 was going to be better than Creep 4.
No, just the way you were talking, I had a feeling.
Yeah. I did enjoy the second one more just because I got more invested in the characters, even though both movies only had 2 characters. But the second one, I got more invested in the serial character. And It's because she was a curveball, and I couldn't tell where she was going, let alone him. Like
I wasn't
it threw me off.
For a good portion of this movie. I wasn't sure if it was going to be one of those Saw things where he was like trying to train her to be his next, like his follow-on.
Well, when he was stabbing himself, I'm like, "Yeah, stab yourself, bitch, fucking die." But
he didn't.
He didn't, and then chased her down. And he thought she was dead. She wasn't. She crawled out, smacked him beside the head. Then she's on a sad boy, and you go, I can't whistle, but yeah, something like that. Just a whistle, a familiar whistle where she looks at the camera, and that was the end. I thought that was a beautiful fucking ending, by the way.
Agreed.
Her looking right into the camera, and then it cuts off. Oh, that got me excited. So that's why they need to have a fucking Creed 3.
Well, and if they do a good job of writing, which they have, and from what I've seen,
it was a good sequel to that first movie that they didn't even know if it was going to be successful or not. I thought it was a good follow-up.
Right.
It was a solid follow-up. I can see how some people prefer the first one or the second one. I get it, because everybody has a preference.
So we have called all creeps. We have reviewed 2 movies. I believe that leads us into the end of our episode, which leads us into
my picks
for our
next episode.
Yes.
Next episode will not be Kevin Smith like I've teased in the past. It will be we're gonna learn about a certain animal. We're gonna learn about the animal called the beaver.
Okay.
Yeah, you know the beaver. So we're gonna do zombievers and and hundreds of beavers.
Hundreds or hunters?
Hundreds. And spell that too, so you can look up 100 beavers. It's hundreds of beavers and zombievers. Both of them are streaming on Amazon Prime.
HUN Dreads.
Yep, HUN Dreads. The reason why I'm picking this, beside the ones that I've had in my head, is because I think I'm picking one to where you're either gonna love or you're gonna hate. Like, I'm not really sure what side of the field you're gonna hang on either one of these movies. Have you seen either one of these movies?
I've heard of Zombievers. I have not heard of Hundreds of Beavers. Mm-hmm. I've never seen either one.
Okay. Zombievers, we'll see. But Hundreds of Beavers, it was one of my favorite movies of 2024. Like, it just barely edged out Boy Kills World. That's how much I liked it.
Really?
So, spoiler alert. Yeah. But it's not for everyone. It's slapsticky, but I can also see elements to really like what the fuck.
Slapsticky, I'm probably gonna like it.
Yeah, I'm not sure though. We'll see. There's no dialogue.
There's no dialogue?
There's no dialogue. It's black and white. I'll tell you, you're gonna have the same reaction I do in the first 5 minutes that I watch, because it got recommended to me, and I watched the first 5 minutes. And like, what the fuck is this bullshit? This is fucking stupid. But then I kept watching it, and it hooked me in. So don't expect to be like, this is gonna be a great movie. I want you to just, I know you're gonna watch the movies because I picked them, and you're. I know it's up to you if you're gonna enjoy them or not.
My debate is whether I'm going to watch them with my wife or not, which I'm going to, obviously, but if she's done with it in the first 5 minutes.
She's more short-term than you are when it comes to movies.
We'll see how it works out. We'll see how it works out.
Either way, I know you'll watch it. And I'm curious to hear mainly the Hundreds of Beavers movie, because it's fucking fantastic. And Zombievers is a fun B horror movie. So
right, like it came out in what 13-ish.
Yeah,
Ish,
2010.
like,
yeah.
They give me like a 5-year plus or minus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna learn about beavers in a couple weeks.
I do enjoy some beavers.
And as I said, let's see how long it takes us to make a vagina joke when we talk about beavers.
I won't take long. That being said, I have been the Colonel. You have been.
I have been the Fae all day. / Whiteside. I'm a Whiteside too, bitch.
Okay, all right. I think I'll accept you in the family. All right. So one of these days we're gonna discover an outro. I have an idea for an intro. Like, we'll figure it out. It'll be great talking to you.
Anyway, talk to us. Yeah, let us know down below. Whatever.
Bring us your shit.
Show us your beaver for the next episode.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Kool-Aid Man.
Was it the Kool-Aid Man or was it Randy Savage?
Both. It depends on what kind of voice you do.
Well, I mean, I don't have a great voice, but all right, let's finish this.
We're done.
We're
done. We're done. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you on the next beaver.
On the flippity flop.
On the flippity flop. And recording. I'm fucking.
Get there, damn it.
Well, it's asking me to